Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. It's about 10:52 p.m. Central Time, my time. We all saw the outcome of today's game. My show's small. When you do live shows and your channel's growing, sometimes you hit or miss, so this could be hit or a miss. We'll see. Hopefully we get a little crowd in here. If you're watching this live or later or after it's uploaded, 76 away from 500. When I hit 500, Emmitt Smith Rookie of the Year card giveaway. Raffle, and then when they hit 1,000, autographed Larry Allen football. Raffle giveaway, prizes from some, top player that played the game. And it's all-time leading rusher. Larry Allen's considered the greatest offensive lineman ever played. So, but coming to this game, I said there was three outcomes. Either we pull out the win, even though Eric Kendricks, quarterback of the defense, which I said was a bigger impact than not having Micah Parsons out there. Not having Eric Kendricks is huge. But even with all the injuries that we had, nobody cares about your injuries in football. If you're depleted with injuries, it's the next man up. Hell, Baltimore for a couple seasons, it was plagued in Baltimore with all them injuries, was able to manage out good games against good teams. So injuries aside, the three outcomes was we win the game no matter how much, and we take the next step going to the bye week, or we play a tight game, lose, and it looks like two contenders, or we get run out of our own stadium. And if we do that, we're back to square one, just like we did after New Orleans. That's exactly what happened today, back to square one. The fine line between a pretender and a contender was shown today. Injuries aside, even our playmakers are having trouble. Prescott, he's looking like 2022 Dak as far as throwing errant passes. Another red zone turnover. That touchdown could have changed the complexion of the game. You never know. It would have been 14-10. It should have been 14-10. And then a follow-on drive on a third down, fourth down. Dak don't use his legs no more. So when he can actually run and get that first down, he'll pass first every time. I know he's in his ninth year. He's not a spring chicken no more, but he's still an athlete. He's got size and he's got legs when he wants to use them. He used them last year. When he did, it was huge. But 3-3 right now. Nobody's job is safe. It's not at that point yet. I would be very shocked if somebody, if Mike McCarthy or whatnot, got canned already. But if this season trends like 2010, if it starts going in that direction, you better be damn right by Thanksgiving Mike McCarthy be gone. He has a bye week to rest up his guys. Hopefully get a few back for the next game. He's going to be at San Fran. It don't get any easier. That's why this game was so pivotal. 4-2 with a bye going to San Fran. You feel a lot better than that. 2 big wins, but getting embarrassed like this, it's back to square one. It's week 2 again. It's the week 2 game, but it's worse. Injuries aside, it's no excuse. Everybody's got injuries. Real teams can overcome those kind of injuries. Kansas City's depleted on every skill position. Kansas City's still winning games at 5-0 because they're battle tested. They have a good coach. This team is not ready. 13-4, 12-5 I predicted, before the season. After week 1, it looked good after week 1, right? Everybody thought Cleveland was still going to be, physical contender like last season. Then week 2 happens. Oh, scratch your head. Week 3 happens. Well, they got close to a comeback. And then, Pittsburgh and then the Giants. We always beat the Giants, but then this happens right here. How you doing, guys? So, right now, I appreciate it, man. Umar Rasa, I'll keep it up. Yes, we did get smacked tonight, Wavy. We got smacked hard, and it broke the fine line between pretender and a contender right now. Not even in Detroit's league. Even if all our starters did play today, if we had no injuries, it would have been the same exact outcome. Getting so bald, isn't it? Yeah, enjoy 77, man. 47-9. I haven't seen a beatdown like that we've taken by a point differential of that much, 38 points. I can't remember last time we got beat by 38 points. Can anybody remember last time we got beat by this amount? By 30, 47-9, 38 points. It's 5 touchdowns and a field goal. And the offense don't have injuries. The only guys out, Tyler Guyton was probably a plus. Having Tyler Smith at left tackle, it's an upgrade. Tyler Bass is no slouch at guard. So our offensive line today, was what you would want it to be. You know what I mean? I feel for Dak. Hopefully they can turn it around. Man, dude, Prescott, He got his money before week 1, the highest paid player in NFL history to date. But he's looking like 2022 deck, and we had a better team that season, so we can mask those turnovers. But 2 picks at Pittsburgh and a fumble we can overcome that because Pittsburgh on an offense. But a contender with a defense and an offense, if it's 3-14 and you're about to score and you throw a horrible interception to Brian Branch, how do you not see him fall back on that? It's inexcusable. I mean, that could have changed the game right there. The Cowboys win. Mike Gomez, if you have Google on your phone, I'm pretty sure you got headlines on that. No, we didn't win. America's Game of the Week. Everybody's got eyes on us, hate us or love us. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It could be like 2010, or 2015, or it could be like 2018. I don't know. During the bye week, and I don't know if we're gonna make a move or not. But during the bye week 2018, we lose that first game with Amari on Monday Night Football. 3-4. Looks like the season's over with. We went 7 in a row. Had a good year, but no offense. Now it's both. I mean, neither side's playing good. Special teams is the only upside. So, I hope I'm wrong. But right now, it's like the best you could hope for is, like a 7 to 6 seed, slip into the playoffs and hope something magical happens, which, is 1,000,000 to 1. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like would be best case scenario. With the schedule that we have coming up, that's what it looks like. I hope I'm wrong, though. We shall see. We'll see if, the players come back from injury, do make a difference. You know what I mean? But 47-9, having Cooper Rush almost played the whole damn fourth quarter. Never give up, bro. Umar Reza. No, it's not giving up. I'm a big optimist, man. I'm usually out here spitting Cowboys gospel about what we're going to do here and there, this and that good. I'm right 85% of the time. This season, I was looking at 12-5 again, maybe 13-4, given the schedule. And I looked at like the 22 off season. We only brought in Eric Hendricks. We lost some people, but in 22 we had an addition by subtraction. And we only brought in Fowler and James Washington. Didn't do anything. So I thought the draft class was solid, and I thought we was gonna roll. Week 1 looked like everything was on point. Tough Cleveland team, physical team, playoff team last year to beat San Fran or Philly, one of the two. And we go into their house, smack them around. We're like, man, Mike Zimmer, he's the truth, da-da-da. And then what the fuck happened? I don't know. I mean, it's still early in the season. We have a lot of injuries. But right now, I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like 7 or 6 seed would be best case scenario. And you don't want to tank. I mean, if you're a real fan, you don't ever root for tanking. You don't ever root for, fuck it, let's go, what are we, 3-3, let's go 3-14. Nah, I mean, you play the game to win. You play the game to win, so even if we could slip into the 7th seed, we take it, and we watch that January game, Tanking is for suckers. No, nobody tanks and gets better from tanking, really. Miami tried to do that. They did that in 2019. They were getting blown up by 40 every game, traded Minka, having a fire sale. They still have been a powerhouse. Tanking just to get you the top pick when you got a quarterback locked in for 4 years, under 60 million APR. You're not going to draft a quarterback in the first round, have Dak sit on the bench. That's not going to happen. So tanking, I don't know what Jerry's thinking about, but that makes no sense. You play the game to win, the season can turn around. But it looks like, 7 seed would be ceiling. unless things turn around, unless we make a trade, we'll see. But the bye week, get healthy, rest up. But right now, the reality is looking like I was completely wrong. And the offseason on my prognostication on the schedule. I got to look at that video. Hell, I don't think I've gotten, maybe I got a Giants game right. Yeah, I thought we'd beat Detroit just before the season. So my schedule prediction this season is completely off compared to the last 3. But we'll see what happens here, man. But if Mike comes out and gets routed at San Francisco, if McCarthy goes to the Bay, gets pounded, and then the following week drops another one, he can be one of the early season fires. Easily. I mean, Wade Phillips took them till they were 1-10, but I don't think Mike's got that much room. I really don't, especially with other coaches out there like Belichick and whatnot. Jerry Jones would hire Bill publicity they had, and it would be just like Bill Parcells and Jerry Jones. Well, Parcells had more control than the coaches, but Jerry still called all the shots. He signed Terrell Owens when Bill Parcells didn't want him to, because that was still Jerry's team, so Bill took it. And Bill didn't even call Terrell Owens by his name, if you remember. He called him the player. So even if Belichick were to get signed, it would be something similar to that. because Jerry doesn't budge for nobody. Now, I've got Tourette's. I usually tell, I usually say in the beginning of the video, it makes me twitch. I'm just glad I don't have the verbal kind. Everybody's got something, you know what I mean? I don't let that hold me back. Yeah, so if I twitch, that's all that is. some in your brain you can't help. But, yeah, what are we going to go wrong today? I'm only 76 away from 500, guys. 76 away. Subscribe, like, and share. When they hit 500, Emmitt Smith Rookie of the Year card giveaway, raffle. When they hit 1,000, autograph Larry Down football raffle giveaway. The stuff I'm going to give out on this show is stuff of, substance. Not, some bobblehead or some shit like that. So I've been watching this team since Super Bowl 28, played my entire youth, been a student of the game my entire life. I'm not a journalist. I'm not Mike Fisher. I'm not inside the Star. I kind of bring it like Rome Cowboys fan talk, but, pretty parallel, really. Just student of the game my entire life. Without football, man, this country would be a lot worse off. But we'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, it was a really bad performance. I haven't seen a 38-point loss. I can't remember. And I've got a Rolodex in my head that dates back to 95 is when I started really keeping stats. I can't remember being beat by 38 points. 42-14, something like that, that week 1 game in 01 against Philly. We've been beat like that, but not by 38 points. That's bad. Not even scoring a touchdown either. Brandon Aubrey's looking like the MVP of the team right now. So we'll see if they have, the statistical fortitude to get past this. In 22, we lost our quarterback. When you lose your quarterback, like I said, losing the quarterback is like losing 4 or 5 starters. And we were able to win 4 in a row, week 2 through 5 and 22 without Prescott with Cooper Rush, back there because our team was that good and they could come together. But right now, it don't look like we can overcome anything. For this to go right, this team has to gel, has to be healthy, maybe has to make a trade. Terrence Steele's contract got redone, that got extended, there's a lot of cap money. If they want to, they can make a blockbuster move. We have a ton of draft capital, we got the money to sign, we'll trade for whoever is on the block. Question is, what need is, the biggest? Running back, Rico looked good, he looked sweet for 1 game. Rico looked sweet for 1 game. Other than that, he had 5 carries for 25 yards today. Yeah, other than that, there was no running game. Prescott was 17 to 33, 2 picks. I don't know what QBR that equates to, but I guarantee you it's really low. Montgomery, 12 for 80. Gibbs, 12 for 63. 24 carries, averaging 6.7 to 5.2. Montgomery scored twice. And Jared Goff, only 25 pass attempts. I said that was the key to beating Detroit, is make Jared Goff have to sling it. The loss against Tampa Bay, Jared Goff threw the ball 55 times. His second highest total was only 28. So his only loss is when he had to throw the ball 55 times because Tampa Bay kept the lead, kept them on their heels, shut down the run, allowed like 110, which is pretty good against that running game, and Goff had to sling it. And if you make him do that, you can beat him. But Detroit's recipe is 140, 150 plus yards on the ground, and Jared Goff, 25 or less attempts. The game before, Goff was 18 for 18, and he beat Seattle. They blew out Seattle. He just threw 18 pass attempts, but completed all of them. That's all he needed. So, outplayed, out-schemed, out-coached on every level except special teams. Bones Fossil right now is the only shining peach out of that trio of offensive coordinator / head coach, special teams, and defensive coordinator. He's the only one that looks good. Hey, it is what it is, my man. But I tell you, every subscriber counts. And here, as soon as I fix up this garage, just got to the new crib. Once the garage is fixed up and whatnot, and I hit 500, and start putting it to the channel with a desktop microphone and calling line, and have this shit tricked out, man, this show's gonna climb like an escalator, I'm telling you. But you gotta start somewhere, right? So yeah, subscribe, like, and share, guys. Appreciate you watching this. Keep God first and foremost. He comes before everything, even this. Seek Him in His righteousness, and everything else in your life shall be added unto you. Living testimony of that. If you've been checking me out the last couple months, you've seen my transition. But yeah, have the best losing Monday you can, because victory Mondays are great, and when they get their ass kicked, that next day's just that much tougher. Part of bleeding blue. That's all it is. But all right, guys, I'll probably hit y'all up tomorrow, the next day. Here hopefully we hear some big news. We have 2 weeks, so next week we ain't gotta worry about getting our ass kicked. That's a plus, I guess. Other than that, appreciate you for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side. Charles in Charge. Cowboys Sports Report is out. News.